Hello guys, and welcome to your pick a card reading. So today we've got 4 separate options for you guys to choose from. I am using these very special keychains. I actually made these keychains myself. So these are Minecraft keychains that I am now selling on my website. So I sewed these out of fabric. Every little piece was cut and sewed by moi. So this one, option number 1, is the zombie from Minecraft. Option number 2, the Enderman. Option number 3, the skeleton. And option number 4, the creeper. Now, this is a future prediction. So that's what this reading is about. It's a future prediction, what I see happening. Go ahead and make your selection. Go straight to your message. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.TheEnchantedOne.com. I'll see you guys at your selection. Alright, so for those of you that chose option number 1, those of you that chose the zombie, look at this fella. He's so cute. Okay, so here are your cards, guys. The main overarching card is the Burdock card. This is from the Herbalism Oracle deck. So that's your overarching energy and card. We also have Saturn Truth, number 6, which is a very prominent energy in your spread today as well. The Magician, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. We have all these clarifying cards from my personal Oracle deck that I've made myself, for myself. But these are your main cards. The overarching card, like I said, is a Burdock with Saturn Truth coming in and playing a large role in your reading today as well. Other main cards, the Magician, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. So first of all, what I see happening is I see you reconnecting with your inner flame like you have not before. With that burdock there, you see that cauldron there and the hearth near that flame. So it's like that light and that warmth being relit, re-sparked within you. It's almost like you felt like your flame was low for a while. But I see that flame coming back to life greater than ever. That fire is robust, alive, and powerful. By reconnecting with your inner self more than before, reconnecting with your true self, your higher self, your core self, your source self more than before, I really feel that your passion is going to come back to life. You're going to have this je ne sais quoi come back to you. You may have felt like your mojo was kind of like gone for a while, or like not like where it normally was. I feel that you're getting your mojo back. And I've said that before several times. Like, I use that Austin Power reference there. I got my mojo, baby. Like, he's looking for his mojo, he gets his mojo. So I see you getting your mojo. And everyone's gonna know. Because I just feel like you're just gonna be so into yourself. But in a good way, in a healthy way, you know? And being in love with yourself should be the norm. Being totally into yourself should be the norm. So I see you, like, falling back in love with yourself more than you ever have before. And by reconnecting with yourself, falling back in love with yourself, I see that you're going to be looking better. Because when you feel better, you look better. And so I see you being super attractive. Regardless on who is or isn't there. Regardless on who is or isn't watching. Regardless on good or bad attention, you know. I see you being fearless, bold, and sexy. And I see everyone seeing it too. And so that's what I see happening. That's what I see happening in your very, very near future, is just this re-spark of this confidence within you that stems from self-love, self-acceptance, self-understanding, and honestly, a lot of self-reflection. A lot of self-reflection that leads to self-understanding and greater self-awareness. It's by doing that soul diving that leads you to your truth. What I see giving you that confidence in yourself, in your path, in your life, is being honest with yourself on what it is you want, who it is you are, who it is you like, who it is you don't like, what it is you want in your life, what you want your life to look like. You're not gonna beat around the bush with yourself anymore. You're not going to put up with low vibe offers. You're not gonna lie to yourself anymore. You're not going to ignore things, shove things under the rug any further. You are at a point in your life where you're finally being real with yourself on what has to go, who doesn't measure up to your standards, and on what you have to do to change so you measure up to your own standards as well. So I see with this newfound truth, again, it's going to lead to confidence because you're going to have a very clear vision for your path forward that cannot be thwarted by the opinion or will of anyone else. Now, by moving forward and releasing that which no longer serves you, especially, I really feel like you're going to be really honest with yourself on what needs to change in your life and on who you need to stop connecting with. And this is going to lead to big, happy changes. A new day will dawn, and I see you being super protected against haters, the ops, anyone trying to distract you or pull you back or affect you negatively. Even if they're not trying to, some of these people aren't trying to affect you negatively, but they do because they just have a lower vibe. So I see a clean slate manifesting within your life, but this clean slate will be cleaned by you. I see you cleaning the slate, gifting yourself a clean slate. You're going to do this by, again, stepping into your power and tuning into your heart space and listening to your heart, like I said. With the Magician card here, you're going to be manifesting your desires and your visions for your future. So what you want will arrive when you follow the necessary course of action. I see you becoming exactly who and what you want it to be and experiencing exactly the success and the goals you want to experience and achieve. Now, your advice is slow and steady wins the race. Take action. Obviously, make your decisions. Have a clear vision for your future, but also keep going. Don't look back. Be busy. Be focused on your goals. Now, I feel like there were certain negative experiences in your past that led to this flame being dimmed. And so your advice is to release the past experiences that have possibly kept you captive to some degree. Energetically, mentally. Let it go. What has happened has happened. It is no longer happening now. Release it from your mind to leave it behind. And as you progress forward, empowered, with a clear vision, with a clear intention set, slowly but surely you will get ahead and be victorious and win the race. Now, some of these people that you're going to be leaving behind may be a little bit baffled and confused as to why you're leaving them behind. You don't owe anyone a huge explanation, to be honest. The people you're leaving behind should not really be baffled. I feel like most of these people were triggering you on purpose, but they still may be baffled because they're not going to expect the action you take. They're not going to expect your reaction to the things you've gone through or go through. There have been certain energies set out to bring you down, knock you down a notch, and it's doing the exact opposite. And so it's like leaving these people baffled. Your advice is to keep going. And even though it may seem confusing or you may not have all the pieces to the puzzle just yet, you're being told that inch by inch is a cinch. Even if it's confusing at times, your path forward, the way that things are unfolding are for your highest good. The way that things are manifesting and unraveling are unfolding to lead you to a better outcome. So if something feels or looks unfavorable, it is for a reason. If it is meant to stay, it will play nicely with you. I see you claiming your power back and manifesting your desires by listening to your truth. Now, I do feel you are going to have people on your side. Where I feel like in the past, you had a lot more people against you, or it felt like it. It felt like you had a lot more people against you than on your side trying to aid you. I see a big shift manifesting once you claim your truth, step into your power, and have healthy boundaries, and focus on your goals, take the action towards your goals. I see a big shift manifesting in your favor where you will have teamwork energy manifesting. I see people coming in to work with you. Team player energy coming in to aid you somehow. I want to dedicate their energy, their time, their resources in order to help you in reaching your goals. So you will have help in reaching your goals, okay? By the right people. I also see you reconnecting with people from the past that are genuine and good. Now, that could be the past within this life, or it could be from past or alternate lives. I'm seeing genuine soul bonds coming in to reconnect with you. There will be fortunate times with lots of luck manifesting in mysterious ways. Now, one of the ways this luck is going to manifest is as emotional blessings through the connections coming into your life. And these people will be very helpful, and they will also be respectful, and they will honor you and appreciate you and see your value and the truth within your beauty. I see you learning and mastering some sort of skill. I feel like people are going to be actually quite baffled by some sort of skill you possess. For some of you, it could be like baffled by your artwork. If you're an artist, baffled in a good way. But I do feel like there's going to be several people baffled with your decisions, with your choices, with your actions, and even with like the people you may be connecting with. But these people will be good for your soul and good for your success. You'll be lucky in these connections. I feel like you're going to be connecting with several soul connections this lifetime that will bring you great fortune emotionally, that will also be super protective and brave and somehow strengthen your will. If there are children that are like acting up in your life, whether they're your children or like your nieces or nephews or neighbors, any children if you see in your life acting up, whether they're like literally children or just younger than you, they need to eat better. And also specifically, they need to eat more apples. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm just getting like more apples will aid them in like not acting up for some reason. It could be like, you know, they need more vitamins or nutrients or something. They also need to maintain brushed, detangled, and well-groomed hair. And you're also being asked to build them up with gentle sweetness. So again, especially if these are your children, okay? If you have children and they're acting out right now, you're being told to brush their hair like daily, regularly. Make sure it's well-groomed. They're usually in a better mood when their hair is done and detangled. Some of you guys may be recovering from a lingering ailment and or healing your self-esteem at this time. And if you're recovering from a low self-esteem or a blow to your self-esteem, which would make sense with the, dim fire coming back to life, I see that being healed, and I see you having a stronger self-esteem than before. I also see you shifting old habits, which is going to come from, again, realizing things need to change and you have to create that change, which is going to lead to you shifting old habits. You are advised to cook more home-cooked warm meals. So if you've been eating out more recently, you're being told to cook home-cooked meals right now. Okay, that'll aid you in having that more emotional satisfaction and aid others if they live in your home that you feed as well. Okay, so you definitely need to focus on your goals right now more than anything, and don't give up on them. Follow through with your goals. Make sure that you're not rallying against convention or authority at this time. This time, it won't serve you. You're being told to play by the rules, especially when you're dealing with legalities or with the law. For some of you, I'm saying that a fatherly type man may help you with your goals, okay? So it may be a masculine energy that's like a fatherly type will step in to help you with your goals. For others of you, I'm seeing a sudden mentor or guide will appear at the right time when you need it the most. So keep in mind, you can manifest your goals as long as you ignore any distractions. I see you being successful and reaching your goals. Just make sure that you take care of your taxes. If you're not taking care of your taxes for some reason, it's coming up that there could be penalties. So take care of your taxes. I do feel that there's going to be a big positive shift in your life with due time. With time, the positive shifts will increase, but I feel like it's because you're going to be making better choices, better decisions, and spending your time more wisely. But there's also going to be a positive shift within you, which is creating a renewal, because you're going to be releasing outdated beliefs, habits, and emotional burdens. Now, if you felt denied by somebody, you're being called to move on and head towards what fuels you. Now, in regards to health, guys, make sure that you're taking care of your bones, your skeletal structure, and your teeth. So overall, I definitely see that you're super energetically very attractive right now. You may actually attract some jealous moths to your flame. So keep that in mind. You might have to keep some healthy boundaries, and listen to it. Listen to your intuition. If someone gives you, some hater vibes, then cut the cords and listen to your inner truth and walk away from them and reclaim your power, shift your focus back to you and to your goals. Don't focus on haters. And again, connect with those that respect you and that want to be on your team. Now, I do feel like some people will be coming to you for guidance, for advice, once they see you in your empowered energy. Some people are going to be wanting to get close to you, to ask for advice, to gain inspiration because they like your vibe. Others are going to want to get close to you because they are the jealous moths that want to see what's going on. So you're going to have to use your boundaries and use your discernment, of course. So a lot of people at this time may not understand the choices you make, the decisions you make, the direction you head in, but ignore the naysayers. You are called to make the decisions that are in your favor, that are aligned with your truth, and take action towards that. Whenever you feel confused or like you start doubting your path or a choice, you're being told to reconnect to yourself and disconnect from external energies or perceptions to bring you that newfound clarity and to relight that inner flame. So if you ever feel like that flame goes down, you're being told to look within, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your truth. What I see happening for you is victory, rebirth, empowered ascension, cutting out the haters, the naysayers, reclaiming and rediscovering, redefining your truth, which is going to give you that confidence. I'm seeing working with a team or at least one other person towards your success, towards your goals, reconnecting with an old friend. This person helping you with your goals may be an old friend or someone from the past. For some of you, it could even be a childhood friend. And it's someone that you manifested or are manifesting. And this connection will bring you great fortune. Again, if it's not reconnecting with someone from the past, it could be someone from a past life. It's a genuine connection that will be helpful. So yeah, I see you taking the right actions and manifesting your desires and manifesting success and in manifesting the right connections, which will bring in a lot of luck in your life. I also see you looking extra good. Okay. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.TheEnchantedOne.com. You guys have a stellar day. Those of you that chose option number 2, the Enderman. Your overarching energy is the Trillium, Spirit into Matter. And we have a lot of clarifying cards here for you guys as well. We also have the Aquarius, I know, as your another main card. The King of Stones, which is the King of Swords. The Princess of Pentacles, the Justice card. So these are your main cards here. All of the other cards are clarifiers from my homemade personal oracle deck. So Trillium is a rare jewel brightening the forest floor, okay? So that really stands out to me. I feel like you yourself are a rare jewel brightening the darkness. And with the scales of justice, being that you are a rare jewel, you have a lot of karma that is destined for you, and that justice will serve to you because you are a rare jewel. I'm seeing a lot of good karma coming to you, a lot of good karma and justice being ruled in your favor. I feel that spiritually you are very valuable. Energetically, you are very, very high value, and justice will make sure that that is known. I don't know, that's just what I'm getting. Like, justice will be served and everyone will see your value. You will know your value. The divine knows your value and wants to show you your value. I also feel like you're like super smart. I feel like you have a lot of new ideas that you will be giving life to, but I also feel like you have very cutting edge ideas. Like, you're really a genius. So the ideas and thoughts and downloads and perceptions that you have are very new to this reality, which could seem odd to many people, but it's really actually like futuristic information. New. You're a genius, honestly, born ahead of your time. That is the purpose that you were born with, is to be a genius. I feel like you will be embracing your thinking and perceptions a lot more. You know, you're not going to try to be like everyone else. You're going to embrace your difference. You're going to embrace your different way of perceiving and thinking. And the more you embrace that and your new ideas as well, the happier you will be. I feel like you have rare gems of knowledge and wisdom. And you also see the value in new opportunities before others do. But you also know when to take calculated leaps of faith. It'll create like a light in any sort of darkness and take you to new heights. So I just see you being like really happy, honestly. Nurture your new ideas, okay? And I mean, again, you're a genius, so acknowledge that. I feel like your intellect is quite brilliant. You are creative, but you're very, very intelligent at the same time. You're a very creative intelligence. I do see you manifesting friends and friendly alliances, okay? And they're going to help you achieve your goals. Now, that's a little bit similar to group number 1, but that is what's coming through here. I see friends and friendly alliances that are about to help you achieve your goals, okay? I see you having unusual goals, plans, and ideas. But again, where you may not have had the support in the past in these unusual goals, plans, or ideas, I do see you having that support now or in the near future. And I feel like you're going to be supported by beings of all kinds, okay? So it's going to be like a bunch of different kinds of people that are going to come in to support you. People of all walks of life. Now, this may not make sense to you now, or it may, but transgender or cross-dressing may mean something to you either now or in the near future. I see that you're either going to connect with someone who's transgender or who cross-dresses or something like that. You may actually fit in more with the LGBTQ community. Even if you're not a part of the LGBT community yourself, I feel like you're going to attract a lot of the LGBT community. Some of you may discover that you actually are a part of the LGBT community. So I am seeing that in the coming months, you will be traveling to faraway places that are likely to be exotic. Now, if they're not exotic, it's fine. I definitely see you traveling to faraway places, exotic or not, in the next few months. I also see you mastering new technology and dealing with futuristic concepts, and this will benefit you at this time. It'll create like more success if you master some sort of new technology, okay, and deal with futuristic concepts. Now, for you artists out there, science fiction or fantasy may become subjects of an art form for you. I know I said that you're a super genius and you are someone who has cutting edge thoughts. I see you attracting a lot of like-minded individuals that are also cutting edge people, okay? So I see you like meeting up with cutting edge people because you are a cutting edge person. I'm also seeing you mastering something new and untried, which will bring great success and also greater awareness. So you're going to take a leap of faith in doing something new that you haven't done before, that you will be like, you'll find great success in, okay? You're going to be super popular out of nowhere. You're going to have sudden popularity, and you're going to have, some of you, sudden fame out of nowhere. And I feel like what's going to make that happen is your superstar vibes. I feel like you have like these natural superstar vibes. You have like this natural superstar aura that people are really like starstruck by. Whether you actually are a celebrity or not, people are just like really starstruck by you. And so that's going to create this sudden popularity, sudden fame. For those of you that are psychic or artists or something like that, I see you gaining fame because of that. So if you're a psychic, you're going to be famous because of your psychic abilities. If you're an artist, you're going to be famous because of your art. If you're a writer, you're going to be famous because of your writing. What's going to really be the reason why you're famous? Those could be like what draw people to you, but what makes people like starstruck by you is you, your energy. Regardless on your abilities and skills, you're going to be famous because of the person that you are, the energy that you emanate. You are being called to be super honest, especially when giving advice or if you're a psychic doing psychic work, okay? But for those of you that are psychic in this pile, I do see you having visions and accurate predictions of the future. As a psychic, I see your advice is to be very honest with people. I feel like you are very honest with people though, with the King of Stones being here. I see you going to be finding success if you're a psychic because you're very honest and also you're very accurate with your predictions. Most of you in this pile, you're going to be known for your brilliant genius mind, your superstar vibes, and some of you also your psychic abilities. I see, regardless on whether you're psychic or not, There's going to be a lot of people coming to you for advice and guidance, okay? The people are just going to know that you're someone that's smart. Now, I am seeing new opportunities in career and in love, okay? These opportunities will be blessings and will guide you towards way better experiences than the past. And any injustices experienced in the past will be addressed and justice will prevail in your favor. I am seeing that there's going to be a time of accountability and fair outcomes on the horizon for you. I feel like somebody may be giving someone an ultimatum. I feel like you're the one giving people ultimatums in your life, and it could be specifically to a partner. I see you like leveling up in your intelligence and your decision-making abilities as well. I see you making decisions that will better your finances, that will better your future, your happiness, your confidence, your psychic abilities for you psychics, that will create good connections, great connections. You will cut out those that bring you down or feelings of being less than. I see you cutting those people out of your life. And I see you taking action towards a new idea that will bring you fame, success, popularity, greater awareness, greater knowledge, protection against any haters, great wealth, balance, great karma. And I see you being super sexy, bold, brave, optimistic, fearless, lovely. People are going to find you to be lovely. And I see you being really determined. Overall, I'm definitely seeing you're going to be much less affected by any negativity. You're not going to be affected by haters. You're not going to be affected by low vibes. You're going to be a lot more centered in your power and you're going to be much happier. And also for you psychics, you're going to be very accurate psychics. Overall though, even if you're not psychic, I see you making the right moves and I see you receiving big blessings, especially once you release the past injustices. Because I feel like there have been some injustice towards you. But even though there has been an injustice towards you in the past, I am seeing that you were not robbed of who you are. They could not rob you of who it is that you are. Who it is that you are is destined for great things. They could not take away who it is that you are at the core. And because they can't erase who you are, your essence, can't wipe out your essence, justice is coming in because they acknowledge who you are. And justice will prevail in your favor. I feel like what makes you rare is that you always get back up. You always shift back up. You always get back up. And again, there's other things that make you rare, like your thought process, your divine connection, and your superstar energy. Again, you're very perceptive. You're very observant. With your observant skills, I see you quickly getting away from any low vibes and going towards success, shifting towards a king status. I feel like you are spiritual royalty and you're not someone that can be weighed down. I feel like even if you are now, you're becoming someone that cannot easily be weighed down. Now, your advice is to let go of the past and the past injustices because you cannot change the past, but you can write your future. Now, that is your pick a card reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.TheEnchantedOne.com. You guys have a stellar day. Those of you that chose option 3, the skeleton. Let's get into your cards. Okay, so here are your cards, guys. You have Comfrey, what needs mending. That's your overarching energy. You have Yod, destiny, number 48, the moon, the temperance, and the fool. These 3 are all major arcana. This is really big energy, guys. This is extremely positive energy. With the Comfrey card being your overarching energy here, I see you working quickly, progressing quickly, succeeding quickly, reaching goals quickly, doing a lot of things quickly, which is good. However, your advice is to, slow down and not cut corners. Make sure that you do things systematically and practically, okay? So create a really practical system in order for you not to skip steps, rush through things. Your advice is to slow down. You may want to get things done quickly. And you may do things, and you can do things quickly. However, when you take your time, you do things better. I feel like my spirit team is talking to me right now. So your advice is to slow down. I feel like you're really good at what it is you're doing. And again, you're good at doing things quickly, but I see more victory when you slow down, okay? Regardless, I still see victory. Your advice is to slow down so you have more victory, I guess. You definitely have a big role to play, and especially with the 3 major arcana to follow. You have a huge purpose for existing manifesting on this plane of existence. Part of which is to create an eternal bloom here, an eternal boom with your bloom. This might sound kind of funny, but you're destined to bloom. You're destined to be beautiful, but it feels like an internal beauty. Not saying that you're not externally beautiful, but I'm definitely getting like this eternal, ethereal, beautiful energy that emanates from within you. And it's funny because we have the rose here and we have the rose here representing you. So you're destined to evolve greatly, quickly, radically, and showing up super leveled up, like almost every time someone sees you. I don't know, I just feel like you're destined to really transform greatly, like at a ridiculous rate. So that is your destiny. You will be achieving some sort of fame or great recognition. Fame came up in one other stack. I think it was a number 1. Where in the past you may have been shunned for your differences, you are now or in the near future going to be celebrated for your differences. And I feel like your life has been like a long, winding road that may have led to confusion at times and still may leave you confused or a little anxious or apprehensive. But I see that there will be an opportunity opening up for you that will lead to a big, huge, positive sudden shift. You're gonna just suddenly out of nowhere be like, oh wow, like there's a huge positive shift. Now it's gonna feel like it's out of nowhere. I feel like you've been changing with time, though radically, still with time, and those changes are what is leading to these profound, huge, positive sudden shifts. Things are turning around in your favor. I see you taking the right leaps of faith that will lead you to your home frequency and also to the right people that feel like home and to a happy home. You're going to be reconnecting with people from the past. People from the past are going to be reaching out to you. Some of these people will have good intentions and they want to get close to you. Others may not have the best intentions. Do be cautious, but also optimistic. Utilize your intuition with the moon card here. You're being told you're going to have several opportunities. Utilize your intuition on when to decide which opportunity aligns with you. But I really feel like it's going to be pretty easy for you to tell. It's going to be pretty clear for you to eventually see what opportunity is aligned with you and your path. It's going to feel right. It's going to bring you peace. So if there are people that want to connect, it'll be easy to be your best self around them. You're not going to feel out of place with these people. Now, your advice, again, not to rush through things or to be reckless, especially if you tend to work quickly. Make sure you slow down and do things systematically, like I said. Now, it's kind of funny. I feel like you guys give off like this mad scientist vibe when you're in the zone at work or when you're working on something. You like have these mad scientist vibes, which I can relate to. Even creative endeavors need a solid foundation for success. Make a plan of action before taking the action towards any goal at this time. I do feel like overall you're becoming someone new, which at times can feel, like I said, painful and confusing. But you're being reborn stronger, better, and even more attractive. I feel like you are destined to be more attractive. It's just in the cards here. You're destined to have a major glow up, internal and external. You're just going to be more attractive. It's in the cards. It's in your destiny. If you ever feel like affected negatively by a hater, by negative circumstances, by low vibes, you will rise again higher. You will be victorious over the low vibes, the negative thoughts, the haters, and you will become stronger, better, wiser in every way. I feel like what's going to make you more attractive internally also is you are merging with your higher self. You are embodying more of your higher self in the flesh, of your divinity in the flesh. Your higher self naturally transmutes stress and tension beautifully, effortlessly, and radically. If there's anything like chaotic manifesting in your life, just know that chaos is only meant to bring certain things up to the surface in order for you to gain more clarity. So let's say you connect with someone and it doesn't go well. You don't feel like it was a good connection. You feel negative afterwards. You feel like just lesser than or just psychically hit or something. That chaos was meant to show you that that's not in alignment for you. You will have that clarity and move on. So I feel like anything that, meant to affect you negatively is actually just giving you clarity and will ultimately affect you positively. Because ultimately it's going to gift you with clarity. You're going to see very clearly what doesn't serve you, what doesn't work for you, and what you do or don't want more of in your life. And I also feel that you will find your own truth, even if that truth isn't reflected through others. I see you voyaging inward to discover your own truth further. Now, your advice right now is not to seek advice from others at this time. Right now, trust your inner knowing, because you have the answers that you seek. For those of you that have been suffering from some sort of like ailments, such as an autoimmune disease, celiac disease, fibromyalgia, thyroiditis, or even everyday allergies or some sort of other ailments, I see you gaining relief from that. Those are very specific, but that's what I'm seeing here. I'm definitely seeing true love coming into your life. It could be someone you already know. It could be someone you know from the past or from a past life. I'm definitely seeing that you're destined for true love. We have this card here. It says someone is totally in love with you and you are totally in love with them too. This is a true, deep, genuine, eternal connection. And on the front it says romantic, passionate connection, sweet energy, feeling connected, harmonious relationship, feeling desired, feeling the love, real bonding, being cared for, feeling adored. And then we also have the Two of Cups. So you're destined for a very, very happy love life. So if you don't have that now, it is in your future. And again, it could be with someone you already know or someone from a past life. A blast from the past. Someone that wants to make it last. You had to go through certain changes and transformations in order to achieve your fame, or again, great positive recognition, in order to be ready for the love of your life, in order to be ready to take a leap of faith in the right direction and not be reckless with it, in order to have these new opportunities manifest in your life that you want. Your wish fulfillment is coming, but you just had to go through certain changes first in order for you not to, like, again, be reckless with your wishes. These wishes are manifesting. You've matured a lot. Again, I feel like you were kind of destined to walk alone for a while, but there is a shifting point in your destiny due to your radical transmuting skills. You're actually changing your destiny because you've grown so quickly. Even destiny was like, oh crap, like this changes everything. So like even your destiny changed. I don't see you walking alone anymore. I see you having many supporters, fans, friends, and deep love. Your destiny is changing because you've changed it. So if you're feeling confused ever, if you're feeling low vibes, you're being called to raise your vibe by tuning into your truth and into the facts as well. Okay, so look at the facts, but also listen to your truth. How do you feel? What do you want? Are you aligned with certain things or people? I feel like with further understanding yourself, you will create a radical positive shift inside and out. So always reconnect with yourself. You'll regrow and respawn those wings. For your future, I'm definitely seeing a period of balance, harmony, and patience that is approaching, where I see that you will find peace through moderation, possibly meditation, but definitely moderation. You're definitely going to have some helpful allies that are going to step in, and people dedicated to walking by your side on your path and guiding you positively, which I feel like you didn't have in the past very much of. I feel like you've been through a lot in life, but now you're better in every way, and you're victorious over all challenges. Any challenges in your way now, you will overcome. So if you're like questioning, will you get through this? Yes, you will. So overall, guys, I'm seeing a huge positive shift manifesting in your life. It may still be a little bit confusing. There may still be some chaos that comes up, but that chaos is only coming up to give you clarity, okay? Where is that chaos coming from? Who's causing it? Really ask yourself that. Whatever the case is, ultimately, I see you walking away from negative vibes, haters, low vibes, and entering a new phase of great peace, harmony, and balance within your life, taking the right leaps of faith and having the right people by your side that are going to guide you in the right direction, that will help you shift positively further in new directions that are positive. Again, I see that you're going to take a leap of faith in a new direction. And for some of you, I feel in love. I feel like it's going to be in love in a new direction. And you will have a true love by your side in this leap of faith. Or you're going to attract them while on this leap of faith. One of the two, okay? And I'm also seeing good money moves being made as well. Now, the money will increase with time, especially if you're like making some sort of investments, okay? I see a big positive shift if you're making some sort of investments. Now, if you are posting on social media and you're trying to acquire fame of some kind, I do see you obtaining fame with time. If you're looking for love, whether you're in a connection or you're just looking for a new connection, if you're looking for a new partner, I do feel that by healing yourself yourself, listening to your intuition, your partner will show up and be a helping hand and be by your side and taking a new leap of faith. Or again, you may meet them after taking a new leap of faith. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I see you being with your true love, possibly traveling with them, taking new leaps of faith with your love, and having peace and harmony in your life, and no longer fearing the dark, no longer fearing chaos. All right, that's your pick a card reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.TheEnchantedOne.com. You guys have a stellar day. For those of you that chose option number 4, the Creeper. Your overarching card is Sweet Violet, Inner Sanctum. These are your other main cards here. You have number 50, Saturn Return, Age, the Queen of Gems, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. You have a lot of clarifier cards there. At this time, I feel like certain illusions may be shattered in your life, but gently. I'm definitely saying like you're gaining clarity. So the way these illusions are being shattered is through you just having great clarity. So I see you getting really real with yourself, getting really real with the truth of who you are, and also being just, again, really honest with yourself, okay? I feel like you have certain deep truths within you that you're going to finally embrace. Things that you may have kind of pushed off, I see you no longer pushing off. If you've had certain issues in your life that you're like, I'll deal with that later. Certain connections that are troublesome, you've been saying, I'll deal with it later. Things you've had on the back burner, you're being called to confront soon. And so I see you being really honest with yourself, getting really honest with yourself. I see you being really focused on goals, on your future, on your success, and being really serious about it. And if anyone has a problem with that, I see you kind of like putting them in their place. Like I see you having priorities and not letting people distract you from them. I see you getting really, really serious about your focus and where it goes, which I feel like you wanted to go towards a successful career life and a successful home life. Your advice is to protect your energy and to protect your peace, okay? And your advice to make a promise to yourself to hold space within to grow into your truest self. I feel like you're still kind of growing into your truest self. You've been growing into your truest self, and I see you discovering your truest self finally further, okay? There have been layers and layers and layers, and you're finally getting, or will be, discovering deeper truths about yourself, and truer layers of yourself will emerge. Now, keep in mind that each of us have a sacred heart that needs nurturing and protection, okay? Befriend your truth in the quiet and the dark. So in other words, you may need some time to yourself. Make sure you're taking plenty of time to yourself to rediscover yourself regularly, okay? That will be your friend at this time. And it's funny because the truth of who you are, you're going to come to find, is someone who's totally empowered. Someone who's a fearless magician, even if you're not a magician. So you're being told to fearlessly honor your truth, honor your full potential, and freely express yourself powerfully. But also keep your sacred heart protected at the same time. Trust your inner knowing, trust your perspective, trust your intuition, honor these things. Whatever is shaky in your life right now will not last. That's just in the cards here. If there's something in your life that is shaky, something in your life that has been hanging on by a thread, has been skating on thin ice, it's not going to last. And I feel like it's by your command. You are the one who's going to say, no more. This has to come to an end, whatever it is. Now, I do see you overcoming obstacles towards your success with grace and determination, and I do see you making it to the top. So whatever you work hard for right now, whatever you work towards will pay off. So whatever you invest your energy, your focus, your money, your time into will be bringing you good fortune, especially with that scarab there. It will bring you good fortune. Now, I do feel like you're going to be making corrections and improvements in various areas of your life now that will create long-term success. I see you honestly maybe reevaluating your life, reevaluating where you are and where you want to be, and that's going to create long-term success by making corrections to your path. If there's any sort of hater or low viber around, I see you calling them out and protecting yourself from from them crossing your healthy boundaries. Honestly, I see you cutting out the haters. I just see you cutting out the haters and low vibers from your life. I also feel like you are cutting out people-pleasing tendencies. You're no longer going to be people-pleasing. I see you being really independent, financially stable with the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Gems, and capable of taking care of yourself and your loved ones. However, I see you having a good balance with caring for yourself, caring for your loved ones, and being able to do those things in moderation and without draining yourself. So if you're looking to care for yourself financially and for loved ones, I do see you will be able to do so. But you are advised to invest more time and energy in taking care of yourself. I see you putting your foot down and setting healthy boundaries. There's going to be some new opportunities, and I feel like you will be very good at seeing new opportunities that will be of value and that will bring you success. I also feel like what's going to lead to your success is not letting anyone get you caught up in your head anymore. What's going to help you not get caught up in your head is by maintaining healthy boundaries and by just remaining literally unbothered. Focused on you, focus on your goals, focus on the things you got to get done, the things you want to see, manifest. I also feel like you've learned to trust yourself. Again, I feel like you've learned to protect your heart, you've learned to protect your peace, and you've learned to stay unenmeshed and to stay empowered. You've gone through several obstacles, but have always been fine. And I see you continuing to be victorious over any obstacle and being successful in various areas of your life. I feel like haters may have gotten in the way in the past, but again, you're no longer allowing anyone to stop you from your success or from your goals. I do feel like you will be nurturing the right people in your life now and have healthy boundaries against any haters or low vibers or anyone that just kind of drained your energy. Now, some people may act out due to intense emotions. They may feel like they're hungry for your energy or for your love or for your attention, and so they might like act out. So keep that in mind. Some of them may actually be hangry. Like some of them literally may be hangry. Ultimately, I see that you will no longer be affected by low vibes. You're not going to be affected by haters. You will remain calm, cool, and composed. I see you being fully present, awake, and with this awareness creating positive changes. You will no longer be caught up in your head negatively, but will instead remain empowered, centered, present, and will utilize the power of your mind well. I see you being unbothered, like I said, and not giving your power away so easily. You will be releasing negative illusions and you will no longer be overthinking. And I see you with the King of Swords here. You're going to be super present, super awake, super alert, super observant, super smart. You're being told to trust yourself because you have great channeling abilities. Whether you acknowledge it as channeling or not, you are very good at knowing the truth, at just knowing what's up. It's like super obvious to you what's up. Trust yourself, trust your knowing, trust your intuition, trust your perception because you're very perceptive. You see things from a bigger picture, and you know when to invest in an opportunity or a person. If you didn't have the clarity before, you're going to have the clarity now on what or who to invest in and spend your time and focus and thoughts on. And you're not going to be giving your energy away so easily. I do see you having great success financially, great stability financially, and great independence as well, and authority in your life. That is your pick a card reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so at www.TheEnchantedOne.com. You guys have a stellar day.